Hello everyone, my name is EMEYLLIA SIDIN and I'm going to talk about the fact about Pantai Ria Ulu, Kanarom, Kota Marudu. Well, for the landscape of this place, the co-workers and the owner has planted an additional tree to make the landscape more green and nature friendly. The cleanliness of this river were maintained and were kept clean by the workers and the owners of this place. In addition, this place currently on 3 rooms for visitor or tourists who wanted to stay for an hour or maybe perhaps for one day. It only costs around 100 ringgit for a night. Lastly, other visitors are required to bring their own tent just in case the room has been fully booked. But do not worry because those who bring their own tent can still put their tent in empty places that they are required to book first in advance. Thank you.
For my part, I'm going to be talking about the activities that are available at Pantai Uluria Kanarom. So for the first activity, it's going to be the swimming activities. The swimming area is going to be divided into two sections, which is the adult section and the children section. For those who want to swim in the river, they must wear protective or safety vest, which is going to be provided for free. And although the stream was clean, safe, and a very steady stream, they're going to be a multiple safeguard all the time to make sure the safety is ensured. For the second activity, it's going to be the volleyball game. So for the volleyball court, there's only available one court currently, and the court is actually not just open for the tourists, but also for the local people. And we need to bring our own volleyball ball to play in the court, and we actually need to pay per hour, which is 20 ringgit per hour for the court. For the third activity, it's gonna be camping. Because of the clean and vast land, so people often go to Pantai Uluria Kanarom for camping, and we actually need to bring our own tent because the place still not provide renting for tent, and we need to actually rent the hut in there so we can use the land to camping. For the next activity, it's gonna be the BBQ activity. And the same thing with camping, we need to bring our own tools, we need to bring our own food because the place doesn't provide a shop, even a local shop, to buy wet food or any kind of product so we can cook during our camping. So we need to bring our own food, we need to bring our own tool, and just like most places, we need to clean after we use the place. For the last activity, it's gonna be the karaoke activity. So for the karaoke set, which is the sound system, is gonna be provided. So we just need to pay per hour. So from what we knew, our research, it's only gonna cost 10 ringgit per hour, and it's gonna be full completed with a microphone and speaker and all the sound system that needed.
First, let's talk about the scale of the area. Pantai Ria Ulu Kanarom is quite spacious. It can comfortably accommodate between 400 to 500 people at a time. This makes it an ideal all-rounder venue. Whether you are planning a large family reunion, a school field trip, or university programs, there is plenty of space. It's also a great spot for community events, youth camps, or even village-level sports tournament. Essentially, if you have a big group, we have the space. Beyond just the space, our core philosophy is nature-centered tourism. We believe in growth that respects the environment. Our three main pillars are: first, maintaining the natural scenery, ensuring the lush greenery stays intact. Second, preserving river clarity, protecting the water source that make this place so special. And third one, keeping the traditional village atmosphere. We want visitors to experience the authentic, peaceful rhythm of village life, away from concrete jungle in the city. Finally, we believe that nature should be accessible to everyone. That's why we maintain a budget-friendly, entrance fee. By keeping costs low, we make it possible for students and families on a budget to enjoy a day out. This focus on affordability directly encourages domestic tourism, helping locals to rediscover the beauty in their own backyard without breaking the bank.
Thanks everyone, and now I'm going to present my part on our presentation, that is the negative aspects of Pantai area. Here we know that every vacation spot that we've been, every places that we've been to, there's surely going to be some disadvantages that doesn't meet our expectation. So now I'm going to talk about it and let us dive in. Now we are going to our first point of the negative aspects, that is Pantai is going to have a weak reception, and sometimes they have internet line and sometimes they don't. The reason behind here is that this place is located in an interior area of a village named Kampung Tangkol. Kampung Tangkol is located 30 minutes away from the Kota Marudu town, and from here we know that if it's very far from the town, they are going to have fewer built internet line poles in Kampung Tangkol. That is going to affect our vacation spot, that is Pantai area. So from here we know that tourists, they may face problems related to accessing online through their phones. I mean, opening social medias or going live on TikTok and other things online related to going online using your internet. And we know that some people may ask or may have questions like why they didn't provide Wi-Fi routers, why they didn't install Unify there. Well, to answer that, they don't have the budget to install Wi-Fi routers, and they also don't have the budget to build electric sockets in their pondoks or in their place.
And now we are going into our second point, that is the road condition and accessibility. So why this is the negative aspects of Pantai Ria? It's because the road access to the vacation spot is rough. Well, one of the reasons is because the main road to the campsite is fully gravel. The road is covered with river stones and it is still built dirt, passing the palm oil farm. Yes, there's going to be a small palm oil farm that is covered with dirt, and passengers are going to pass the palm oil farm. And from here we know that tourists will face difficulties that may damage their vehicles or their cars to go to the campsite. Well, for instance, they will want to drive carefully when they are going to our chosen vacation spot to prevent damage on their vehicles from the deep potholes, the debris and river stones that I just mentioned earlier that could ruin the parts of the cars, such as the tires and suspension. Well, into our third point of the negative aspects in Pantai Ria, it's the river access and safety. Well, while the river is beautiful, it is important to take note that the place is kept as natural as possible. So what I'm going to give you vision is that the place is very rocky and the place has no flat ground. So the place, they don't provide a cement built stairs to go down to the river, because the hut is from the riverbank, and this is going to be a major problem for certain people, such as the millennials or people with disabilities. They may face a risk of falling, or they may face a risk to walk properly when they want to go to the river. This is because the terrain is covered with river stones, many stones, rocky stones, and the ground is not very stable for them to walk on. So tourists, they should watch the step when going down to the river. And now into our fourth point, that is the lack of lifeguard in Pantai Ria. Well, we know that because this is a natural vacation spot, they do not have a full-time professional rescue team yet. So there's no professional lifeguard to monitor adults or children who wants to go down the river, who wants to go bath, or who wants to go play down the river. And now I'm going to talk about recommendations for improvement on the negative aspects that I have presented earlier, that I've tell you guys earlier. So one of the improvements for the number 1 point, that is the no reception or internet line. They could install solar powered hubs or solars that is connected to a Wi-Fi router, and from there we know that this saves up their budget without adding new electrical wiring. My recommendations for improvement in point 2, that is the improvement on road condition and accessibility. For me, they could probably prepare a special parking spot for tourists that drive a smaller car. They could probably park their car there and walk into the campsite from there, or they could probably rent a 4x4 car, a bigger car, which makes the belongings to be carried easier. So I think for me, this is for tourists that are unsure to drive the small cars to the passing the road terrain. For my third improvement that I recommend for the river access and safety, for these negative aspects, I think they could probably create or build a small layer of cleared cement area that is especially for children's or people with disabilities like wheelchair, so they can enjoy the view without needing to navigate their steps to go down to the river with their families playing on the river. Improvement on my fourth point, that is the lack of lifeguard. Well, we know that they don't have the finances to hire a full-time lifeguard yet, so I think they should provide budget-friendly lifeguard, that is the life jackets. Well, this is a better alternative for inexperienced swimmers that want to go play on the river. And also, secondly, I think they should probably put a sign of a no diving area, where the area of the river is deep and it is not suitable for inexperienced swimmers also. And lastly, I think they should make sure that every parents should monitor their children at all times before they reach the water.
Hello everyone, it's the JAMAN, and I'm going to present my part, which is the location at Pantai Ria Ulu Kanarom and transportation to go there. Based on my experience as a pre-university student, we were doing our geography assignment, and from my point of view, the place has its own natural surrounding, which are the area is enveloped by woodland and rubber trees, creating a serene atmosphere that highlight the charm of rural landscape. This greenery not only provides shade but also enhance the sense of being close to nature. Next, rest hut for relaxation and camping. Several rest huts are available for visitors to rest, picnic, or even camp. This open structure allows people to enjoy the breeze while being sheltered from direct sun or rain. They serve as cozy gathering spot for families and groups, enhancing the camping experience. As we can see, the picture for camping and rest hut over there. Next, as you can see from the first picture and the second one, There's the bridge and mini hall at Pantai Ria Ulu Kanarom. The sturdy bridge let visitors cross the river safely while enjoying scenic view for the water and forest. Nearby, a mini hall provides space for gatherings, cooking, and group activities, making the site both practical and enjoyable for leisure or events. Next, as you can see in the first picture and the second one, there are nearby mini market provides snacks and basic supplies, while a dedicated prayer area ensures Muslims visitors can perform their religious duties with ease. Together, these facilities add both convenience and inclusivity to the site. For the last one, which is transportation, as we go to Pantai Ria Ulu Kanarom, the place are self-drive recommended because public transport is limited, so driving yourself is the best option. It gives flexibility to carry supplies and explore freely. And as for the rural setting, the site is tucked away in nature, so private vehicle make access easier and more reliable. For the last one, which is fuel cost, the costs vary by visitor origin, but overall manageable compared to the convenience of self-driving. Thank you.